how's it going? In the beginning of September I decided to do a Folio Society giveaway on this channel to celebrate 1000 subscribers, and the thing I asked you to do to enter the giveaway was to tell me a little bit about your favorite books. The Folio Society giveaway winner on BookCravings was BBC Girl 520, and she chose The Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This copy here by Folio Society, and the book is on its way. She will probably receive it in the next weeks, and I hope you enjoy, okay? So now I'd like to talk about your favorite books, because I'll be taking many of your suggestions in consideration when in the next months building my TBR, and thank you so much for your recommendations, for your nice comments. And I will start with Cameron Chaney. Cameron said that his favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird. He said it was the only book he was assigned to read and that he really enjoyed, and it was the first book that made him cry. I haven't read this book. I have heard many good and bad things about it, and it's definitely on my TBR. Next, Sylvia K told me her 5 favorite books. She told me it was impossible to pick just one, and the books are the Harry Potter series, His Dark Materials, the Lord of the Rings series, The Little White Horse, and Jane Eyre. The only book here that's not on my favorite list too is The Little White Horse, because I haven't read it yet, but I got this book because of Sylvia. So Sylvia, in the near future I hope I'll be able to read this book, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Another recommendation that caught my eye was made by Helene from Books by Leans, and one of her favorite books is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I haven't read this book, but I have seen an edition on the Folio Society website, and taking into consideration that Helene has strong opinions about books, I'm really curious about this one, and I'll definitely put it on my TBR. Another recommendation from Bookish Land, her favorite book is The Story of the Stone, a Chinese classic. I don't know much about it, but I'm definitely intrigued by the title of this book. So guys, have you read this one, The Story of the Stone? And many people have chosen Pride and Prejudice, for example, Maggie Chad's books. It's her favorite book, and definitely one of my favorite books by Jane Austen. Many people have chosen The Hobbit, for example, Mimi from Oak Books, and Stardust, Orography. Luis Carillo told me that one of his favorite books is Dune by Frank Herbert. Dune is amazing. I read it in the beginning of the year, and it's really cool. Another favorite book that caught my eye here was The Picture of Dorian Gray. The female self-image revolution told me that her favorite book of all time is Alice in Wonderland. I have read Alice multiple times, but I must confess that I haven't read it in English, so I look forward to doing that in the near future. I hope so. Another favorite was Catcher in the Rye by Eclectic Indulgence, and I agree, it's a very polarizing book. I haven't read it, but I remember when I was a child there was this friend of mine that used to love this book, and it's like this book is on my TBR like forever. Maybe it's time to take a look at it. Gaius Thomas told me that because of this channel he bought Musashi. I hope you enjoy it, and his favorite book is The Hobbit too. Many people have chosen Jane Eyre, which is my favorite book. Fernanda Bragança told that she really enjoyed North and South, and it's my second favorite book. Bookish Balance told that her favorite book is A Fine Balance. I haven't read this book yet. Another one, Mr. British Biscuit, The Picture of Dorian Gray, and Fic Buka, Dr. Zhivago. I have just bought this book, and I'm really intrigued by Dr. Zhivago. I'll put the link on her channel here. I really think her videos are really unique, so I'm really intrigued by Dr. Zhivago, so I'll be reading it in the near future. Karin Reed told that one of her favorite books is The Great Gatsby, and I really enjoy The Great Gatsby. It's really amazing. The story, the style, the characters, I really enjoy it. Megan told that her favorite is the Harry Potter series. Yeah, how not to enjoy Harry Potter, right? And Jesse Kosgian told that his favorite book is The Diamond Throne by Dave and Leif Eddings. It's the first book of the Millennium trilogy. I haven't read this series, this trilogy, so I'll keep these recommendations here, for the future. If I'm really curious about one of these titles here. Radiant Christina, her favorite book is Jane Eyre 2 and The Hobbit, a close second, and I really enjoy both of them. Tolkien Oren, the eternal favorite series, The Chronicles of Narnia. I must confess, The Chronicles of Narnia, I have read it many years ago, but I haven't enjoyed it, so I look forward to giving it another go in the near future. And Beacon Hill Books, Pride and Prejudice, and Roald Dahl Books, and Robin Hood Books, and yeah, Pride and Prejudice is amazing, and okay, Roald Dahl books, they are nice, I agree, but I really want to read more books by Robin Hood because her style, I think, is really amazing. Another one for The Picture of Dorian Gray, The Daily Reader. Sarah Paperworks, Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier and Alice in Wonderland. The Curly Bookworm, Anne of Green Gables. Shabani, you already know that I really love Anne of Green Gables, and because of you I grabbed my copy of Daddy Long Legs, and you already know I really loved it. So thank you for the recommendation. And here our winner, BBC Girl 520, Sense and Sensibility, a book that I will be reading in the next month. And North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell, my second all-time favorite book. Amanda Lavelle, Persuasion by Jane Austen. Jolie Vlogs, Wuthering Heights. She told she have read it 5 times. Whoa. Lego, The Amber Spyglass from his Dark Materials trilogy. I really enjoy his Dark Materials, but my favorite book of the trilogy is the second one, The Subtle Knife, because it's a book more focused on Will, and Will is one of my all-time favorite characters. And here we have Angela. Her all-time favorite classic is A Tale of Two Cities, and I have read this book and it's absolutely amazing. Moving on. Anne Finland told me that her favorite book is the Bible. She really loved it and it's amazing. And I used to love the Bible too. Alumnic, her favorite book is Master and Margarita. I'm really intrigued by this book. I got it and I'm waiting for it to arrive here. I'll be reading it in the near future. And Jimmy Gilsdorf told me his favorite book is quite short. It's Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. And I haven't read it and I don't know a thing about it. I would try to research a bit about it. Cuppa Books told me a favorite is Jane Eyre, followed closely by Northanger Abbey. Northanger Abbey is one of the Jane Austen books. I haven't read it, but I plan doing it soon. Green Tree mentioned War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. I'm pretty sure I have read this book many years ago. Isaac Rufino, his favorite book is Dracula. C.L. Keogh, Frankenstein. I haven't read Dracula or Frankenstein, not my favorite, horror is not a favorite genre of mine, but I definitely want to read both of these books. And the C.L. Keogh mentioned The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco too, and I really love this book. It's amazing. Nali's favorite book is Moll Flanders, a book I read this year. I really appreciate this book. I really enjoy it. Julio Rodriguez, his favorite book is The Emperor's Soul by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read this book by Brandon Sanderson. I think it's a fantasy book, right? And I'll probably be reading it in the near future because Brandon Sanderson, I have many books by him that I want to read really soon. What else? John Scal, his favorite book is Nietzsche's Thus Spoke Zarathustra. I have read this book many years ago when I was at the university, and Nietzsche is amazing, right? Raissa Pinto mentioned Pride and Prejudice. Lizzie Bell mentioned Persuasion. And Maria Laura Alves mentioned North and South, a social commentary, romance and main characters. I like, I can relate, plus Mr. Thornton. I totally agree. Pride and Prejudice again, we have people here mentioning Ursula K. Le Guin, Edmund Fitzgerald, Ursula K. Le Guin, Herman Melville, but The Great Gatsby would also be in contention, as I told you guys, and he mentioned also Dune, but as I told you, The Great Gatsby is one of the bigger classics in my opinion, one of the most important and memorable, at least to me. I think it's amazing. Faye mentioned The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Do you know this book? What she described here, it sounds interesting. Cynthia Bench, Jane Eyre, Dracula, The Hobbit, and Rebecca. All of them are amazing and still have to read Dracula, as I told you before. And here we have a user called As You Wish. Is this username because of Princess Bride? Please let me know, I'm really curious about this. And the book here is The Secret Garden. Andrew P. mentioned American Gods and Dune. I love Dune, but I still have to read American Gods. I have it here, it's on my TBR. Harry Matthews mentioned The Silver Sword, a book that is on my TBR like forever, but I really want to read. Sasha Hawkins mentioned Lord of the Rings. Ricardo Almeida, The Arrival by Shaun Tan. Haven't read it. Another one for Anne of Green Gables, La Vida. Raissa Beer mentioned Her Majesty's Wizard by Christopher Stashef. Kobal Abbasi, The Secret Story by Donna Tartt. Emmanuel Garcia, The Death of Artemio Cruz by Carlos Fuentes. The first time I read it, I thought, this book is my father, my brother, a friend, this book is Mexico. Amazing description, I'm really intrigued. Robert Fries mentioned The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. I tried to read this book like 10 times, but I don't know, there's something about it that I find really smart, but at the same time, I don't know, I think that I don't get the jokes, you know, but I'll never stop trying to read it. Sebastian Van Dalen, The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Alison D. Hart, Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I must confess I haven't read it, but it's on my TBR. I wish I'd be able to read it in 2017, but yeah, we are in September, actually in October, so it will be hard. Ashley Tay mentioned Hunger by Knut Hamsun. Don't know this book. Octavien Angao, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Oh my god, love this book. It was on the first books I remember reading as a child, and it's still really meaningful to me. And I just got the Folio Society new copy of it. I'm waiting for it to arrive. Really excited for it. It's really beautiful. As soon as it arrives, I'll do a video for you guys to see it. Mike Barber mentioned Dune by Frank Herbert. He told he bought the 50th anniversary edition by Folio Society. Yay, props to you. It's really nice edition. Carlos Gonzalez mentioned The Complete Stories of Jorge Luis Borges, and boy, he's one of my favorite authors. He's really nice. Luna Breeders, A Master and Margarita 2. I already told you guys, I'll be reading it in the near future. Tom mentioned The Outsider by Camus. I really enjoy Albert Camus, and Outsider used to be my top one, my favorite book. Saskia Mouchard, The Lord of the Rings. Parma Linde, again, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, and Pride and Prejudice. I guess many people here mentioned these books as favorites, and Jane Eyre too, of course. Rachel, 180, Deathly Hallows. Gwendon, Song of Ice and Fire, really love it too. Justine mentioned Demons by Dostoevsky. I haven't read this one by him, and she told that she read lots and lots of books by Dostoevsky, but Demons are so complex and thought-provoking that, yeah, it's on the top. Really curious about this one now. Vasilisa mentioned Lord of the Rings 2. Mr. Putley Golan mentioned Forest of Gods. Vilnius Poker. I guess they're all Lithuanian authors. I guess he's Lithuanian. Let me know if I mixing things up here. Michelle Fields mentioned Edith Wharton's The Age of Innocence, a book I still have to read. Takehane Yasubiko mentioned He had no favorite book. It's impossible to pick just one book. And yeah, it's really, really difficult to do that. Devil's Island mentioned a book that I'm currently reading and I'm loving it. War and Peace by Tolstoy. I can't believe it took me so long for start reading it. I'm absolutely in love with the book. Kelly Holmes mentioned Fahrenheit 451, a book I read this year and I really enjoyed it. Pontus mentioned Master and Margarita 2. I'll be reading it soon. Now Afi mentioned Regards from the Dead Princess, a beautiful book about the descendant of the last Ottoman emperors and the way she faces modernity and the consequences of her family's exile after the Sultanate was abolished by the Pasha. Sounds interesting. Secret Book Girl mentioned Jane Eyre. Yay! GME mentioned a book I don't know. It's called Clan of the Cave Bear by Jane Orwell. Bookings. Rhea mentioned Sword Point by Alan Kirshner. And I'm intrigued by this one. Maybe I'll be reading it soon. Isalie Holland mentioned The Alchemist. And she loves how the book makes you realize who you are as a person. I have read this book many years ago by Paulo Coelho, a Brazilian author. Paulo Coelho is not my favorite author, but yeah, I know many people who love The Alchemist. Time and Chance mentioned Lord of the Rings, Maya L. Hunger Games, Antonella Rios, La Hija del Pintor by Judith Krantz, and the title in English is Mistral's Daughter. Have you guys read this one? And I guess that's it. I think I have or your favorite books printed here because they will be a source of inspiration during a reading slump. And it's nice to know your favorite books because in this channel I'm always talking about my favorite ones, and it's always cool to know what do you guys read, what you guys prefer, and why do you love these books you mentioned. Thank you so much for the kind comments and congratulations. You know, you guys, you already know I'm really grateful to you all. So this video was a better way to answer and to comment your favorite books. And again, congratulations to BBC Girl 520, and I hope you enjoy the book, and I hope in the future I'll be able to do another Folio Society giveaway. So see you guys in the next video, and bye bye.